The thoughts intrusive are just bees buzzing to stay alive, distracted and elusive. They collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leads me to ponder, and the depths of my emotions swirl. Though the bees can get overwhelming, the inspiration they mold in their buzzing I find compelling, a reminder of the power I hold. So I embrace the bees within my brain, even when they drive me insane. For in their chaos, I find a refrain of the beauty and complexity of my inner terrain. You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen to embrace the swarm, the swarm, the
Oh, there we go. There's the sound. Took a hot second. Hello and good morning. Okay. Whew. For those of you who have sky drugs and are not used to sky drugs, I am sorry. You. I'm working on a small color, one of my lone colors. But today we'll be finishing up 823 on the page, and unfortunately, going over to 939. I tried to avoid it. I did not find a way to win that battle. But I'm finishing. I'm finishing up a small color, 581. It's an olive green. It it it's going next to a bright yellow, and it's toning it down, and it's actually kind of neat to watch as I stitch it in how it tones down the bright yellow. I'm just trying to see where I was, so I can highlight and hit the check mark. Mm-hmm. Oh, it is finally Friday, and I have this weekend off, so it makes it all that much more Friday. Oh. I don't have any plans for the weekend, but the fact that I have it off makes me happy. And yeah, I now that I've started this green, even though it's like a itty bitty color, I'm gonna see it through. But I generally don't. I generally do not do too many of these little colors on stream, just because the color swapping the amount of color swapping can get ridiculous. So I got an email either last night or early this morning that WinStitch 2025 has come out, and I have I paid for the lifetime access because I do enjoy making patterns. Yes. If you live in an area where sky drugs are not a common occurrence, well, even if you do, like I'm gonna be real here. Even up here, people seem to forget that stopping on ice, generally you just kind of stop putting momentum into yourself and just kind of coast to a stop. But even people who have snow on a regular basis get stupid. So, in other news, if you have chickens, you are potentially a millionaire. I got a broadcast across my phone this morning stating, due to the avian flu, egg prices set to skyrocket. And I'm over here going, why are we fear-mongering? Yes, they're going to go up. They're going to go up. But we don't need a broadcast going, hoard the eggs! So, I, of course, being myself, sent a message to my best friend who has chickens. I went, well, you're going to be a millionaire now because you have chickens and eggs. And she laughed and she's like, yeah, no. And then I was like, well, because she throws them out. That's how many eggs she has. She throws out her eggs. And I'm like, well, just put them in a cooler on the side of the road and say, eggs, donations accepted. And she's like, that's a good way to lose my eggs, the cash box, and the cooler that I set them in. I'm like, that's a sad state of the world. It's unfortunately very true, but it's a sad state that instead of just taking the eggs that you want and or need and whatnot, you gotta take all the nice things for everybody. And it's just very frustrating. It's like, really, people, like really, this is why we can't have nice things. So I have almost three of the 4 dragonfly wings done for the meadow dragon. I am going to pick out my it's gonna be a very light yellow color. I actually have quite a bit of very baby yellow, I guess would be the best way to, very pale yellow, which I think will be very pretty. So, but I'm hoping to get wings 3 and 4 done tonight. My mini goals for today are to get 823 done and over 300 stitches. Because I know I'll get 581 done. I most certainly would have been done sooner, but I did not have it in the color box yet. I hadn't bobbined it up and found it, so I had to go through Call Dance's huge bucket o' color. Oh, incoming ad break. I'm encountering a situation where a tapestry needle actually would be in good taste. The mess that is over here. You know, just sometimes having an actual pointy end is handy. Ah. Oh, I hear woodpeckers. Oh, Discord desktop likes to just randomly freeze on me. Like if it feels I haven't updated it with enough time, it will just freeze on me. Like, mind you, yesterday my computer got like restarted 50 billion times because we had a power light switch rave where the power, just before we headed out to work, the power came on. The power came off, the power went off, the power came on, like quite a bit. And it got to the point where I just turned everything off. Like I turned all my monitors off and it was just a weird situation. Really? Mhm. Uh, here we go. Here we go to stitch the day. Mhm. Last night wasn't bitter cold. And today it's actually supposed to get above freezing, so it's going to be a nice day. I already think the house is at 60 and or 60 or above, which is nice. It's been a while. It's been a while since it's been that this early and had that happen. But that's the fun and excitement of heating with wood. Okay, there's that. Yes. Mhm. This is like the reason I picked this color. It was just a nice little addition to the curly Q vine here. Snow with hatchlings. It's fun. I simply just remember being, well, I still in theory, like, I was talking to my boss yesterday. We were having a rant about how it just sucks to how it just sucks. We were talking about like how some people abuse social services and whatnot, and how like people like me can't even get social services to look at them sideways because I appear to function so well. And I was talking to her and I'm like, yeah, it's all fun and games. Like I can totally do the thing. But the big question comes in, what's tomorrow gonna look like? Because I definitely have a an ability to mitigate. Like I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, I sit still most of the day. Like, yeah, I'm active like from the waist up. Like I'm animated and up here, but like walking around and whatnot, I'm for the most part very stationary. Because I walk so much at work. In order to do that, I have to. In order to do this, I have to do that. And and we were just laughing about it. It's like, yeah, I can totally do the thing. Um, but what happens tomorrow? What happens later? And we had a good dark chuckle about that, is because that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, is it's not what's going on now, it's what happens later. And what price do you pay? Mhm. There we go. La, la, la. I think I'm almost done this color. Oh, oh, I hit the dishwasher rolling around. Husband Creature's beating me to the chores I was planning today. Yay, more time to work on the Meadow Dragon or Stitch. I kind of like the projects that have like lots of little parts, like Stitch. I got his body and one ear done yesterday. Don't ask me why, it's just his body and one ear. but that's what's going on. But he has so many like little parts that I can just take like a 5 minute break and get a part done, and then, well, more like 20, but oh. Woohoo, okay. I, I I got, I think I did. I got 581 done for the page. Wasn't a whole lot, but still, a color finish is a color finish. I'll take the win. Oh my goodness. Mhm. Okay, on to 823. We will finish 823 today because there's honestly not a whole lot left. But I wanted to get the color that I started trying to get it done before stream. Time management. Woo. I I made my boss a cardinal. Um, just a little cardinal, just like little cardinal. Um, and I meant to make her a prettier one, but I ran out of spoon and time, and she understood. Um, but she's like, yeah, so many people have been asking about where I got that cardinal. And so I'm thinking once if I'm thinking I'm gonna make a couple of them for the craft fair that I'm going to. I gotta remember to ask for that day off because my weekends off are switching. So I gotta remember to ask for that day off. I'm so glad that I didn't sign up for any other craft fairs other than this one until the weekends switched. Um, because asking for a weekend day off is like pulling teeth, and I'm gonna have to work a Saturday for the Sunday that I'm asking off. So, uh, um, but sorry, I'm just trying to put 581 back in the container where it needs to go because it wasn't in there this morning, so I have to find where it needs to go, but it's there. Um, but I signed up and got accepted to a craft fair on a weekend that I will be working now. So I'm gonna have to swap a Saturday for a Sunday. But I think I'm gonna try to get 5 Cardinals and like 5 Blue Jays, um, to try to sell. 823. My goodness. Woohoo! I was worried. I was worried I had sent my psych nurse a refill request. I'm like, hey, I'm out, and today was my last day of having it. Um, and I just got a text message that it's in stock, like it's just been filled. So tomorrow morning, yay! But it also means husband creature gets to pick up some of his chewy spray. It's so funny. Only one supermarket in the area carries Chewy Spree. It's just so weird. Okay, what are we looking at? Finding where I need to be is just I I answered my own question. I remembered to do my half stitches. I was looking at that earlier today because I have a half stitch right there that marks a green that I have. I ran out of string, and I didn't want to start a new piece for a half stitch that would finish the color on the page. So I just put the half stitch there, and I will um I'll next when I'm near it with the green again, I'll just tackle it that way. Okay. Mhm. Mm. Trying to math out stuff, and I like your jellyfish. They look like they look like the smiley version of the Man of War because they have like the monstrously huge grab you tentacles. And they're super deadly too. So they're cute but dangerous. And potentially immortal. Like jellyfish are really underrated creatures. Like there's okay. For Stitch, I got his body done, and one ear and the light color that goes on that ear. So I have another ear, arms and legs, head and tail left to do, and the tummy and the other. Okay, yeah, I have lots of moving parts on Stitch left to do, but it's all like little parts. So and I now have more plush yarn because it's kind of like when I do a linen cross stitch is I can work with it. I'm actually not half bad. Um, but I am not a fan. Like the project I did for my nana, the project I did for my best friend because it was a foster project. She started it, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't handle the linen. That project was linen and beadwork as well. And I was like, I love you, but fuck this noise. And I got it done, and I have it in my portfolio of projects that I've completed, but not something I like doing. Why is it way over there? Oh my goodness. My brain is just having a little bit of issues processing today, or at least getting started. Ooh, ooh, I felt that. Oh, the crunchy, like that the crunchy sound when you move, like my shoulder that just did the whole grindy thing. Yeah, that was fun and cruncherific. There's that. But I'm going here. Okay. This guy. This X in the most random of places. Wow. My brain, I'm over here. I'm looking at the pattern. Like I have to go over this way a little bit more. So I'm just trying to figure out which way did I go, George? Which way did I go? Mhm. I am going to take this opportunity to travel down. Mhm. 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 This is one of my special areas where I have to figure out where I messed up and how to fix it. That one is all. This one goes out. There's that. And that one's gone. And then here. That one is all set. This little area that I'm working on is just awkwardly placed. Like it, if I were to approach it from this side, it's a bit more of a reach rather than just going from the top where I was and just working my way down. So to avoid string kerfluffles, I am just I'm just going in a downward direction in order to make sure it maintains its clarity. Also, oh, and it is like I'm super pleased. Like I'm more upset that he doesn't like nothing really cool shows up till like closer to the center. I know you guys can't really see, um, but trust me, there's like 3 feet of fabric in this direction, 3 feet of fabric that way. Um, and honestly, it's windows and grapevines for the top row. Um, and then we start in page like 3, start seeing the very top. We start getting his crown and the top of his head. Whereas with Divine Instinct, the next page we get wolf ears. With Buffalo Woman, I busted ass to get to her face because it was just so close in the pattern. Like it was 3 or 4 pages in, and it was right there. So like I had the opportunity for the entire time I was working on that area. I could look at her face and I could see her hair and just like just smile because I could see it. Okay, that corner is almost done. Yep. And mind you, I get that these these are huge projects. Like I fully understand the size of these projects, but I'm sometimes impatient and I just want to see like, hey, I can tell that that's a piece of something. Like for the first few weeks of Buffalo Woman and still with Divine Instinct, you have no idea what it is. You just see a whole bunch of dark blue with a brown, yellow, amber dot. At least like with Captain Penis, like you can see that that's maybe a leaf. Maybe if we play our cards right. No, 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 wrong spot. Mm-hmm. I know. Divine Instinct will have a page finished this month. I'm aiming for him to have a page finish, but we'll see. Oh, I guess I was in the right spot. I just hadn't highlighted the right thing. My bad. No, I'm not pleased with you, Miss. I need to end my in this thread with a half, so I know where I am, but it's also in like a cluster of all the other colors, so seeing the half stitches is kind of rough. Is is Miss Jules okay? Is she hiding in the corner somewhere, or is she off adventuring? Let's see. Actually, let me. Where's my mouse? Okay. I had a little bit of fun. I turned on I turned on a couple of I turned on a couple of fun thing. Let's see if it works. No. Oh, okay. That makes me happy. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And okay, so Spank Me Daddy works, but Oh My Haloot, I don't think I heard anything. But either way, um, back when I was working on him after a work shift or trying to get that up and running and failing miserably, I did add a couple of Captain Penis specific ones. Oh, okay. Um, I did add. Unfortunately, the pictures didn't show up, but that's fine. I'll fix that. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that. Um. Wow, wow, feature. Way to read a room. And since the Spank Me Daddy is not working, you can pet the creature. You can pet the feature creature. I so since that you can't hear them and they're not working, don't use them right now. I just don't feel like pausing them. As the owner of the channel, I have infinite points. Thank you, Dragon. They will be fixed. It's I've I have been plugging away at the little things in the background. Um, now that life has kind of thought to resume its regularly scheduled programming. Um, oof. I've been experimenting with ibuprofen. Is my life essentially. Um, I've learned that if I take it just before I go to bed and just before I go to work, um, I can mostly function. Well, And it works better than Tylenol. So, unless I have a headache, but that's what Tylenol. Do, do, do. Almost done. 8:23. Do da do da. Have the 3 lines left. Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping that I only have 2 cards tonight, but the schedule has changed so many times that I don't know. That one is 2. Woo! I'm even using enough string. Okay. So 1, 2, 8:23 is done on this page. Woohoo! And unfortunately, we have to. I'm torn because it's going to be dark blue one way or the other. I think. Yay! Color finish. Yes, I do have all the presents. I have everything. Everything is all recorded. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering where I put that piece of dryer. Okay. Yep. Everything is all recorded. Okay. I made sure today, I didn't clear my tray, but I added the presents and multiples today was my redeem goal because you guys are right. Like, it's a little annoying to have to hit 15 presents 15 times, so I fixed it. Okay. Do-be-do. Okay. Come on. I'm gonna zoom out. Zoom out. I'm gonna look at the 2 colors I have left designated for stream. That one's not bad. That one's potential. But they're both greens. Oh, well, they're both blue-greens. It's rough because one of the colors fills in all these little dots here. And the other color is 939, which fills in all this area, all this white area right here. So, and both of them do eventually have to get done. I think I am going to bite the bullet and start the 939. As much as I've tried to avoid it, it does need to get tackled. Okay. Jules is over there going, I hope. Spend your points. Uh, 809. $8.90, $8.23, right there. Or it goes into Divine Instinct. They share. Divine Instinct and Call Dance share 939 and 823. Okay. Okay. I know. I now make sure that this is closed all the way. I'm not picking it up again. It's worse than 52 card drop. 52 card pickup. We are moving on to 939, the bane of my existence for these next 2 projects. But they do fill in. They do serve a purpose. Mostly filling in white spots. Most of them work. The sound alert ones are the ones I need to get knees deep into and fix. Some of them I turned off intentionally because they don't have pertinence. Or they're duplicates, like there's the panda ones that are duplicates. And you know, instead of deleting them, I just kind of turned them off till I could deal with it. Because I can't reach my pretty princess crowns right now. That's part of my. I need to clean I need to clean my room a little bit better. But I need to get a wire. I need to get a different shelf before I can reach my crowns again. So, I can't redeem it because I can't I can't reach it. But hopefully this weekend I can redeem. I can fix that. Like I have plans. They're not good. They're not great plans, but I have them. Okay, 939. Zooming in. Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised on like how many dark greens that you perceive as dark greens are actually the dark blues. I can do real life masking. I can reach my masks right now. I can, but that's another thing that I don't have in order properly. So it's just like I'm just gonna it'll be a random one. Okay. Nope. Nope. Not that one. Do, do, do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yay! I got my I got my back end fixed. That that one. Mm-hmm. Oop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trying to determine if that sound is outside and it's just people doing construction work, or if it's something chewing on the inside of my house. So, oh wow, there's like a squirrel party going. Husband creature, look outside the window. There are 3 fucking squirrels having a battle outside. Never mind. One of the squirrels kicked the battling squirrel out. Fucking huge squirrel. There's 4. Oh, yep, there are. Open the window. Squirrels! Quite literally, at the I heard that they were climbing on the house, so they were making scrapey sounds, and then they started chirping at each other. So I was like, oh, and I was looking out the window to actually see if it was homeless people, and then I saw a herd of squirrels. A rave of squirrels? Is that maybe what they're called? I bribed them with food. We scared them off, mind you. Any place but my house, I love to watch squirrels. But at the house, they're destructive assholes. So I prefer squirrel watching in the forest, so they're not destroyed. So I know that they're living in trees and not people's houses, that kind of thing. Oh my. That doesn't seem like a very bright squirrel. Do you guys? So, I learned this a couple years ago that gray squirrels are are not the only gray and red aren't the only color squirrels. Like I genuinely like the black squirrels, like with the black squirrels with the like the tufted ears and whatnot. Like I think they're very pretty squirrels. Given if they're chewing on my house, I have the same opinion of them across the board. Um, Rodentia must perish is my general thought. If you chew on my house, I will kill you. Or the lead paint will, or the asbestos. But chewing on my house is generally a bad idea if you want to further your life. But yeah, the black squirrels. I like the black squirrels. We have red and black up here. Not red and black, red and gray. And the ones that were having a rave in the backyard are all chonkadoos. They did not look like they were in any way, shape, or form suffering. They all had very nice pelts, which, I hear squirrel fur is kind of soft. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Anybody who is anti-fur, I used to raise bunnies with the intention of show, pet, meat, and fur. Like I used my bunnies in all the ways that bunnies are supposed to be used. So if humanely raised and humanely done in, I have no problems with animals being raised for fur, as long as you use like their meat. Like if you're not going to eat it, don't use its fur. My brain froze. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I am because things and stuff and stuff and things. I think I've looked down further than I actually am. Okay, so there's that. That's kind of where I am. Okay, that's the line. Okay, that's where I am. Ish. There's that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just try to local stitch till I fix the boo boo that I created somewhere in this crowd. No, that's not it. Is that it? I think it is. Yep, that's where I want it. We also have groundhogs. That makes it hard to have gardens. Okay, so I got over there. Huh? What? Just trying to figure out where I've modified and where I'm where I am and where I've been and where I needed to go. Oh my goodness. And my arms are loose. Almost. Well, I'm done. I'm done the piece of string that I'm currently working on, but I am almost done this little section of this little section. Then it goes into the big clump of 939. Yeah, it starts off with like one little dot here, and then all of this, all of this. For whatever reason, I somehow made my my stream elements on the on OBS override everything. So it's kind of, there we go. There, I got it back. Oh, I couldn't see the time, and I'm like, well, I know it's not time yet, but I like to make sure that I don't run over, because I do plan things. They're not amazing things, but oh. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Wrong button! Wrong lever! It is awfully windy out today. Or just loud engines. Yay! I made it out of whatever confetti hell that I got myself into. It's all lining up. So I got 2 color finishes on this page done today, which, well, one of them was one of the smaller colors. A finish is a finish. I got 823 all done, which was actually one of the bigger colors on this page. 820 was the was the biggest color on this page. 939 it doesn't really hit the it was not the largest color on the page. It was a big color, but not anywhere, not the biggest. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, this is the first week in a very long time that I have been able to stream on every day that I am scheduled to stream without any massive changes. I'm trying to think. I think early I had to leave early or do one early this week, but yeah, I think Tuesday I had to. But every day I was able to. Yeah, because I went to work early on Tuesday, but every day that I was supposed to stream, I streamed. That's might not seem like a big deal, but it is. Let's pig. What's this line wrong? 2, not 1. And then I accidentally hit that I did that. Okay, there's that. Closing up the white spot. Oh my goodness. So close. So close to the end of this section. At least I think so. I don't know. I didn't scroll all the way to the bottom. Just looks like it. One of the things I like to do it's actually kind of difficult the more colors you have is close up the sides, which I've almost gotten. I've gotten the top and the bottom, or one of the sides, because it's the border, so it's super easy to close up. But the the middle parts are a little harder to close up.
We stand here together, united as one.
Mhm.
One tribe, a feeling from deep inside, a sense of victory and euphoria. Look at us now, united as one. This is our destiny. Release the energy.
Mhm.
Stand together. Together as one.
Really, I just lost my spot. Oh my god.
United as one. One tribe. This is our destiny.
Okay. I am in the. I was in the right spot where I was thinking I should.
Stand together. Together as one.
It's funny because these little spots are black, like they're the black as in the 310 black, and it's just weird putting the almost black, the color that we use mostly instead of black on Heaven and Earth designs, the 939. Mhm.
Look at us now. Release the energy. Together as one.
Mhm.
Together as one.
La 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 la. Did I break that needle too? No. I did not break the needle, folks. Mind you, I have more than enough. I have more than enough needles that if some break, I'll be fine. It's just kind of frustrating to find one that I like. Because fortunately enough, I do the roughly the same size cross stitches, like across the board. Even with my kits that I do, they're all the same size. So the needles are all the same size, but it's still frustrating. I mean, I did that. I did that yesterday. So okay. There's okay. So I have a little bit left here, and then a little outlier here, and then we're gonna tackle the big chunk of donk. I mean, I had White Buffalo Woman. I think I went through, I want to say 5 or 6 needles with White Buffalo Woman, and it's not uncommon. Um, I'm a little rougher on needles because I tie a knot to keep my string on instead of the pulling it through and then holding on to the string kind of thing. Um, and with the amount of embroidery needles that I have, um, I don't worry about it too much. So it's just one of those little annoying things that I'm like, really, do I have to? Um, I generally keep 1 or 2 on the side, pinned on the side of the project that I'm working on. But with the with the desk here, I have a whole magnet. So okay. 11:30. Wow. Actually, further than I thought I'd be. Last stitch down here. Then I gotta get this little outlier. A little outlier that's roaming around somewhere. There we go. The stem of the leaf. No, I think the shadows. I don't know. I haven't been working with this pattern long enough to be able to have a clear picture of what the symbols and the colors mean. So once I get like a couple pages in, I'll be able to like describe what's going on because I can recognize the symbols. Okay, let's move over. Now, just did that one. Now we're going down here. Let me. I gotta take this into consideration. I gotta think about what's going on. Okie doke. So just because this is such a large chunk of color, I'm gonna hold fast at the column line on this side, but I'm gonna fill in how far it goes over here because it mostly stays connected. It's not jumping way over here, but it goes out to here, and then I can start over here and do the same thing in this direction. But I had to get that little outlier and that little outlier, and so that is how we do that. Without dragging our string all across the country. Oh my goodness.
We stand here together, united as one. One tribe. A feeling from deep
But to be
inside.
fair, today, I would be more than happy just...
Euphoria. Look at us now. United as one. This is our destiny. Release the energy. Stay
My
together.
my final mini goal for the day is 10 lines down here.
Together as one. We stand here together, united as one. One tribe. This is our destiny.
caught it before it happened. Still a pain in the butt. Oh my goodness. Oh, spring. Mhm. Okay, there's that. Mhm. Oops, nope. Did I want to go that far? Nope. It's the problem with block color. Start getting on a roll. Mhm. I know where I'm going. La 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 la. So today's after stream goal, I will be cooking the dinners. So don't worry, HC. I got dinners as long as I felt something in the sink last night that seemed like it was getting thawed. um, and then I'll be working on Stitch's head. That's my goal before work, is getting Stitch's head all done. And at work, I'm hoping to finish Wing 3 bare minimum and get started on Wing 4 for Meadow Dragon. Now, if I have 2 carts, this is totally going to happen. If I have 3 carts, it might happen. Oh, okay. When I don't feel like getting my whip tool, I just used a piece of thread on the needle to pull the pull thing back in. I know I have such technical terms. I had a thread end come through to the front, and I used a threaded needle to pull it back into the back of the project where it should be. Mhm. Don't think I'm gonna get over the 300 today, but that's okay. I didn't hit the block color till just now, so you win some, you lose some. Okay. So for next week, 939 is gonna be the color we work on. At least on call dance here. Divine Instinct will be 820 is the big color that's in there. There's a couple colors left that aren't 820. But in all fairness, they will probably be done behind the scenes. At least 3 will be because they don't have a whole lot of stitching. It'll be like 581 today. Is like you'll catch me at the end of it, because it's just a little color. But 820 is the big color on Divine Instinct that we got going on. Closing in on a page finish, so that one will probably and hopefully next week will be a dual stream with Das. I have that Friday off, so which one? Oh yes, yes. I do have a step-by-step pattern. I will. I'll share. Because it's I try to maintain like I do not sell licensed things like Disney, Nintendo. They will never be sold by me because they are licensed and their lawyers are evil. So I only make those products to give away as gifts. Just an FYI. Yes, yes. um, the pattern is in UK terms, just so you know, because that's why my angel was so big, is I used US terms on UK terms, and angel angel was a little bit bigger. The stitch is much better. After realizing my error, but by the time I did it with angel, I was like, I'm already almost done. I'm not undoing and redoing all of this. So the angel was a little bit bigger. The thing is they didn't say. They were very unclear, because it's not like a Disney licensed pattern, and I do have a few Disney licensed crochet patterns. This was a fan made pattern, and it's great. Like it comes out. It just, doing a double instead of a single makes for a very large plushie. Like I have a ton of fan made like Pokemon plushies that I want to make, but I'm never they'll be the product of presents, because I'm not going to sell them. Making things like cardinals, the dragons, which I purchased the pattern, and the creator says I can sell them, that kind of thing. That's fine and dandy. But with Disney and the Nintendo, they don't fuck around. Like you're not allowed to. I don't have videos. Like the Stitch one is a written. It's written. It's not. There's no video. Like, and I can look for the Baby Yoda one. I might. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just closed out a piece of um I just closed out a string, so I think it's a good time. Did I actually end that piece of string? Did I end it? Mostly. And I'm gonna reload it and finish out the last two, but I'm gonna give stats after I get these last couple stitches done. I got quite a bit closed up. we can see where I'm closing in that spot there. So. Okay. Okay, so today we went from 1.18% to 1.21. So I think by the end of the month we can get to 1.25 on this. Um, got 246 stitches done, so over 200. I'm pretty cool with that. Um, and we're cruising about almost to 6,000 stitches. So, percentage points are slow going, but we slow progress. But I love that cross stitch is not a sprinting sport. It is definitely a marathon sport. So I'll be around. I have this weekend off. I'll be around, but I won't be streaming. So I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend. Drink water, take meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see everybody on Monday at 10 a.m. with Divine Instinct.